welcome to the channel on the surf. Here is the family, Sandra, Hector and Jack. My name is Jimmy and we are the family that lives on the surf. Yeah, so we are back home in the boiler room. There is the mold for the new septic tank. I'm gonna do the tank in two pieces. So I'm gonna do one piece, get that out of the mold, make one more piece, and then fuse those two together, because it's almost impossible to make a tank in one piece. So since I'm gonna do this in epoxy, I'm gonna go and buy some epoxy because I didn't have anyone left at home. So be back in a bit. Yeah, it's time to wax the mold. I'm using normal car wax, and since it's epoxy this time, I'm gonna put wax on, let that cure and dry out, and then put at least one more layer to get a little bit thicker wax. So let that dry out and then put one more layer on. Then it's time to glass it. Yeah, so now it's time to cast one piece for the tank, and I'm using epoxy for this one. And since I'm using epoxy, I can't use shop strand mat. I have this woven one instead. Why, I'm gonna talk to you about a bit later, because the clock is running away, so I need to get this done so I can get the kids to bed. So let's do this, then we should discuss. Then we're gonna talk a little bit about epoxy, BS, polyester, good and bad, when to use what, and so on. So let's get to it. And epoxy is real nasty, so glove up and start mixing. And yeah, I'm gonna tilt the mold. So I'm gonna start with this, tilt the other side, and do the downside last, because resin flows down, so that's why I use the bottom one last, because hopefully I won't even need to add anything when I put that in. So mask on, start mixing, and then glass this up. Yeah, so now it's time to try and get this out. Ta-da! One piece done. Now it's just time to reline and re-wax mold and make the other piece. And I'm gonna add a really big manhole cover. This is a piece of 316 stainless steel plate, so I'm just gonna put that in. Glass over the entire thing. That means I get a perfect negative to the hatch, minimum gap, minimum seals, perfect fit. That hopefully won't leak, so that's good. And it's also gonna make me able to reinforce this on the inside if I need to. I'm gonna make this top one a bit stronger, add some stringers and so on. And then I'm gonna glass the inside as well when we fuse these two parts together. But I'm happy so far. Good penetration. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. So, but that's for a later day. Now I'm just gonna spend some time cleaning this up, wax this mold up, and then it's bedtime. So see you tomorrow. Yeah, so now I prepared all the pieces for the second part of the tank, and I'm gonna make the top 10 layers thick, sides 5 layers thick, the same as I did the bottom section. Why do that? I'm gonna show you when we are gonna fuse these two parts together. So let's get changed and start glassing.
Ta-da! So now it's just to let this cure, kick it out the mold, and take it from there.
Come in. Stop. Snyggt. Titta.
Men alltså den där.
Ta-da!
So yeah, let's trim this down.
Yeah, moment of truth. Perfect fit. So now it's just to glass these two together. So now I'm gonna give it a rough sand just on the edge and on the inside. Then we're gonna glass these two together. Yeah, so now it's time to fuse these two together. Line them up. And I have I've cut some sticks just to, they are just touching both the bottom side and the top side, and they are there just to give it some support when I poke it with a brush from the outside. So glove up, let's get this going. And yeah, I've mixed up some epoxy, cut some strips, so I'm gonna put 2 layers on the outside.
Put some epoxy on just to help the strip stick.
Yeah, so now they are fused together on the outside with 2 layers. Yeah, around 4, I think it is. 1 for each part, 1 for fuse them together. So now it's just to, and yeah, since I did it a rough sand on the inside before I fused them together, I don't need to sand them now, but remove the sticks. Give it wipe with acetone and then just glass on the last layers. So let's do that. So now the last final step is done. So now it's just to let this cure, sand off and take away some, fibers that's sticking out and so on. Then it's done. Yeah, and the last thing is to drill some holes, thread it and put some bolts in so you can screw it down nice and tight. There it is, one finished tank. Now it's just to put it in the shower, fill it up, check so there are no leaks. So let's go down. Yeah, so now I put it on some blocks just to make it easier to check for leaks. Leveled it out. That's just because I want to fill this to the absolute maximum. So let's fill it up. Yeah, It's as full as it gets. My voice are giving up today, so no more videoing today. So put the lid back on, don't seal it, because if you have a leak, you won't find it because it's gonna get vacuum or under pressure in the tank and the water won't seep out through the leak. So just put it on there to keep kids and animals and stuff like that out from it. And I'm gonna leave this for a couple of days and hopefully there are no leaks. Yeah, now it's been sitting full for about 2 days. So now it's time to check for leaks. No obvious big ones since the floor is dry. So some normal toilet paper. Start from the top. Even the slightest, smallest drop will show, easy to spot. Start from the top, just tab it all the way around. Since water flows down, start from the top. This is why I put it on blocks, so I can check underneath. Success! So now it's just to empty it out. Keep the lid open so it can dry out. That's gonna help us when we're gonna put the through holes and so on, and the hose connections. Yeah, one fiberglass epoxy septic tank done. Really lightweight. Yeah, now it's just to install it in the boat.